Are we rocking?
Oh, we're rocking and
Are we
we're rolling.
rolling?
Well, what's up, everybody? And welcome back to Challenge Express. Choo choo. And you're joined by the regulars here. I'm Tom. And by my side here, Nicole. What's going on, Nicole?
Hey, not too much. Just I have the afterglow of scaring children all night. So.
And a little hungover?
No.
Oh.
No.
Wow.
I'm hungover on making children cry. Does that count?
That's the morning after that sounds better than a night getting drunk. So.
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, I saw you scaring kids last night at like a haunted house. Did you guys put that together, or what was that? You just like volunteered?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Basically just hid in the woods for 3 hours making children cry. So.
Yeah, nothing better than that.
Really nothing better than that.
Except the challenge. Spies, Lies, and Allies. Just want to tell all of you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and leave a comment down below.
Did you just pull a knife on us?
But let's get into the episode. Maybe that tactic will work.
Episode 10.
Am I gonna get like banned off of YouTube for doing
I was
that?
just gonna say this video might get pulled, but I feel like it's worth it. So
Okay. Yeah, it's worth it for sure.
no risk, no reward.
Yeah. All right, yeah, Spies, Lies, and Allies, episode 10. We're halfway through the season, and we know that because we got a mid-season trailer at the end of the episode.
Yes.
So
Did they say mid-season trailer? Because I knew it was, but they don't say that, right?
Maybe sometimes, but I mean,
Okay.
this was an obvious one.
Yeah.
Where are my notes? Oh, hey.
Doesn't matter. You don't need them.
Somewhere within the pile
Basically,
of
it opens
papers.
with Corey talking about. See, this is I don't know if it was last episode or 2 episodes ago, but we're talking about like what Corey's plan is just doesn't work ever.
Yeah.
And that's why he never won.
And a game without skulls, because we see him thrive with skull-themed games.
But this is a perfect example. He literally has no numbers but Nelson. And even Nelson, when Corey's like, I don't care, like, I fuck everybody. You can even see in Nelson's face, he's like, this is not good for my game.
Yeah.
Corey's literally just like a lone wolf. Yes, Nelson's his boy, but Nelson has alliance behind him that doesn't back Corey. So
yeah, Nelson, I'm proud of Nelson. He has his own game going on. You know, it's not just Team Young Buck till the day I die, you know?
Yeah, Nelson's doing good. But yeah, Corey's just that. And even Nelson even says, he's like, yeah, but this game, like, you need people.
Yeah, he even said to Corey, he was like, you even taught me, like, keep your emotions in check.
Yeah.
A little quick side comment slash shade from CT. It was like, Amber's really good at running, but that's about it.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Also, I'm nervous to talk about CT because Mom called me yesterday and she's like, I listened to your last episode and I don't like how you guys were talking about CT. I'm like, what? I was like, first of all, I never say anything bad about CT. And she's like, yeah, but it wasn't good. I'm like, what? So now I'm like, we have to like be very careful what we say about CT.
Well, let me throw some shade on Mom now. So
no, but honestly, that was messed up. I don't agree with him.
I do. I mean, okay. He's exaggerating, of course, but she doesn't excel like she does in running in any other department.
Okay. Yeah.
But she's definitely capable in every other department. You know, eating, puzzles. We haven't seen her do much puzzles, but she hasn't fumbled on a puzzle.
Yeah.
But back to the shade on Mom. I wanted to tell you this. So I went over to Mom's house the other day, and she's watching. And she was like, "Oh, I started All Stars," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she's like, "Oh, look, it's All Star, the All Star season." And I'm like, "Mom, that's how you got into the show. You started with that season."
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, "Are you losing it?" I'm like, I think our mom's losing it. First of all,
she was watching the same season. She was
on episode 8. I was like, yo, mom, did you know, like, are you on episode 1? Did you notice that these things look familiar? And she was like, and she showed me, and she was on episode 8. And I'm like, I guess when I get to that age, I could rewatch challenge seasons and act like it's my first.
Yeah, on the bright side.
But
wow.
I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She watched All Stars. That got her into the challenge. She's literally watched at least 15 seasons since that. Yeah, she's been binge watching. So I give her the benefit.
No, but if I watch one episode of something, I would immediately be like, oh, I've seen this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to check in on her.
I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
CT is great. We love CT. He's the best.
Oh my God.
Back into the episode. Yeah, a lot of just random stuff happened before the daily challenge, so it's kind of hard to like.
Yeah, but we did make a mistake last episode. We said, or I did. I thought only Tori didn't have a partner, and that's why I was like, oh, they're going to do a purge and get rid of 3 people. But I didn't realize until this episode that Tori and Devin both didn't have a partner.
Yeah, both of them.
So it didn't necessarily call for a purge.
And that would have probably made us think, oh, maybe Tori and Devin, maybe they'll make new pairs because there's one person or 2 people without a partner.
But anyway.
But yeah, some things that happened. Priscilla and Bettina had a heart-to-heart. I thought that was cool. And a touching, of course. And I like how they talk about the challenge and how the game itself gives them confidence, more confidence than they've had before. I really like that because that's what I get from the challenge. You know, I see all these people breaking barriers for themselves, and it's nice to see a conversation about that.
It's very inspirational.
All right, on to the hookups.
All right. Oh, I feel so bad for Big T.
Yeah, Big T and Logan. Logan calls it quits. Maybe her medieval stories are frightening him. I thought that was cute, but
I thought it was cute too.
I'm sure there's a language barrier.
Or he's just must be friends.
Yeah, friends with benefits. Seems like what Logan wanted, right?
I don't know, but she handled it well.
Yeah.
Wait, and then when she's telling Priscilla said, what'd she say, like back on the streets or something, like you're on the streets with me or something like that. It was so funny.
Yeah, it was like you're a free agent now.
Yeah.
Amanda was featured this episode a lot.
So, honestly, I'm so annoyed by it.
Yeah, Amanda.
Like, yeah, how many times do we need to hear that she's a single mom that was on the front lines? Like, I get it. Mm-hmm. That's, thank you. But they must have said, I mean, if we were playing a drinking game and every time they said it, I would have been shit-faced. They must have said it like 10 times. And then even at the end of the episode, why is Ashley crying before the elimination talking about Amanda? I don't get it. Like who?
I think that that the shade that Nelson threw on on Ashley, the $500 gift card thing, I think that put things into perspective for Ashley. Actually, she was like, you know what, Amanda is a really good friend of mine. She's sacrificed herself for me. Maybe I need to have a different attitude and play for somebody else this season.
Okay.
She went into that elimination with the most positive vibes I have ever seen from Ashley.
I know. I was like, yeah, it was weird. And she's like, I'm just happy Amanda's not down here. And I'm like,
yeah.
What? And then afterwards, she's just like crying and like talking about Amanda again. I'm like, what am I missing? Like, I feel like something happened that like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, they always have been connected, at the hip essentially since their first season of actually Rivals 3. They didn't really talk. Then Invasion, that's when they created the Lavender Ladies. So, I mean, they've been good friends inside the game and I'm assuming outside of the game for a while now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was like, I get it. They're friends.
No, yeah, for sure. With the I'm a nurse front line. Yeah.
Yeah, like say it once, maybe twice, but they didn't need to say it that many times. Anyway, I was annoyed by it.
Okay. On to the daily.
Then the episode had nothing to do with Amanda.
It almost did, though.
Thank God.
And we'll get to that. There's some tea that I discovered
Okay.
Basically, I'll just bring it up. Priscilla had a heart-to-heart with Amanda before elimination. So Priscilla told Amanda she wasn't going to call her out if that opportunity was given to Priscilla.
Okay.
So I think, because I was thinking Amanda's going to get called out. She's the smallest girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
they were talking about her all episode.
Yeah. So it makes sense once I heard that Priscilla did have a one-on-one conversation with Amanda, and, Priscilla was like, "Oh, I respect you so much."
Do you think editing was just trying to make it seem like Amanda was going to go down?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the daily challenge certainly shook some things up in the house.
Yes.
This was
Diamond Dash.
All right, so let me describe it real quick. Well, TJ at the beginning says they will no longer be working in pairs. Immediately, we think, oh, it's an individual game. But Diamond Dash, the daily challenge, had other things in store. So everyone will race down a trail and collect a sledgehammer. Then they have to run somewhere else where they choose between 3 different options. Option 1 is like use binoculars to crack your code. Option 2 is find the correct sized box to slide through the wall. Option 3 is scratching paint to find it.
Option 3 made me feel not good.
Yeah. And on the aftermath, they said, as long as you didn't choose option 3, you were good, because it seemed like it was the most difficult as well.
Oh God. It's like nails on a chalkboard over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
Not thrilled about that.
And I mean, it makes sense because, yeah, a lot of people, all the people that came to the stations last were working on that paint scratching.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It was a big board of paint. If it was a smaller board, maybe it'd be easier, but it was a big board.
I mean, I guess you don't have to use your nails. You could use like your elbow pad or like.
Yeah, true.
But I don't know. I don't want to think about it.
Maybe they were strict with it though, like only scratching.
Oh God.
Once you finish the assignment, you unlock the codes one to open a safe to retrieve a diamond. And then TJ says the rest of the mission you'll find out, which I was like, what? He's never ever done that, I don't think.
On a daily?
Yeah, on a daily. So I was like, well, what the hell does that mean?
Well, he probably did that because that would determine the groups that they chose. So he didn't want to like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they carry the diamond once they open the safe to this other section where there's 3 stations: Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald. So even at this time, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure if I just don't know. Like these teams could mean nothing, right? It could just be for this daily challenge. I thought maybe once the teams were formed, they would have to like vote the weakest link on each team or something like that. I didn't expect it to work so smoothly. Like these are going to be the teams for the rest of the season. I didn't think it would be that easy.
Yeah.
Nelson. Yeah.
That's a good one though. If they had to vote, it was a purge and they had to vote one person from each out. Yeah.
Nelson is the first one to get his gem, and he's rounding that corner. And I'm like, is this the first daily win Nelson's going to get since Vendettas?
But there isn't a daily win.
But not at that.
I mean, there is, but not like, yeah.
And then he decides to kneel and shout to the challenge god, spies, lies, and allies, which was so corny.
That was so corny, but you can tell he's been on TV so much that he's like, I know what TV likes. Like, they're gonna love this. They're gonna feature it. But it was like so stupid. Whatever.
Challenge gods, spies, lies, and allies. He was so serious.
I know. That was the weirdest part. How about Logan, when Logan just like guesses the code and then they foreshadow something's wrong with him.
I mean, very similar to Nam's situation, right? One episode, all out of the blue, Nam's like, oh, I think I did something to my back. And then an episode later, 2 episodes later, he's getting medically DQ'd. So you have to assume the same thing's going to happen here.
Why else would they show it?
Yeah, why else would they show it?
And they mentioned it again later on in the club scene. They said to like Ruby team was talking and they were like, we just need to get you better. Like you could get you back to full health. So like,
I mean, I suppose, yeah, I mean, it didn't seem like they were like, you know, making it seem like Logan was gonna get better.
yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
They didn't give us really any information, so it's hard to go off.
He's not on my fantasy, so.
He's on mine. I was like, are you serious? All of a sudden he's running and he's like, I feel a crack. And I'm like, what?
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, I mean, the forming of the teams was probably the most entertaining aspect of the episode for me.
I liked Ed's strategy.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart. Just wait
like,
there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ed's the man. We need to have the quote of the episode from specifically Ed.
All right. Each one of also, another thing that Mom made very clear yesterday was we don't talk about Ed enough.
Wow. Okay. I'm glad Mom gives the constructive criticism to you to filter it during the episode.
Yeah. She's probably scared to tell you. So you're right, though. We should have a quote from Ed every episode.
Yeah, mine is here, one second. Mine's one of the last moments of the whole episode. It means nothing. I don't know why I even wrote it down, but it's just Ed saying it, so it's funny. He was just like, "You're all Sandy, yeah." When he was hugging Ashley after she won, he was like, "You're all Sandy, yeah." I feel like no one else will get why I find that funny. I don't even get why I find it funny.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah, but
that's all that matters.
Yeah. All right, so the forming of the teams. Nelson and Corey split up. They make it seem like this mastermind decision, but again, we don't know what the heck is happening.
No, but it is.
So it might be better to actually team up.
I don't know. I think it's safer to split up.
Even after knowing everything that transpires?
Yeah, because if one team isn't safe, that means both of them aren't safe. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Honestly,
it doesn't seem like they could help each other out that much because Nelson is one person on his 6-person team.
Yeah.
You know? If Corey, Ed, if CT, Ed, and another girl want to vote Corey in, it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah.
Big Brother sticks together. Basically, the Emerald cell is the Big Brother cell.
Josh, Devin, Casey. Nani's with Casey.
Yeah, and Tori.
And and Emmanuel.
And Emmanuel, yeah.
Right, Tori and Emmanuel, I know they're working together because they're friends and stuff.
Yeah, it seems like Tori and Devin are really close in this game. I think in the aftermath
so that whole team was already an alliance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So sure. Some questionable decisions. Priscilla chooses to team up with Corey and right away. That was not a good decision.
Why?
In hindsight, obviously. But I mean, if you're Priscilla, you know you're a target. You're the number one target for the rookies. Maybe go with Josh and Devin.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Get some safety. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Because Corey has nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Besides Elsa, but yeah.
Emmy also chooses Ruby team. It's like Ruby team was just like the misfits. They were just like the leftovers.
Yeah. That team is, and then especially if Logan's going home.
Yeah.
Emmy, Priscilla, Big T, Corey, and Kyle. Yeah, it is like the
land. It's a mess. It doesn't mesh at all.
No. Blue is solid.
Huh?
Blue is solid.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
I'm not calling them Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald for the record. I'm calling them Pink, Blue, and Green.
Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and do that.
I can't
It is a lot because you say Sapphire and then you're just like, okay, who's?
And then my brain is like, is that blue, pink, or green? So
yeah, sure. We'll dumb it down for you viewers, not for ourselves.
It's not for me. It's for you.
No. We do everything for you. CT makes a business decision. And chooses I love the scene where he's like, I got two two new brand new sports cars, and they just show Ed and Nelson. They're literally just like jacked young
Yeah.
dudes. He's like, I'll go with the workhorses.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll just break down the teams. Yeah, Ruby. Okay. Well, I'm saying Ruby team. Kyle, Corey, Logan, Big T, Priscilla, Emmy, Sapphire, Nelson, Ed, CT, Amanda, Bettini, Bora, itsy bitsy, yellow polka dot Bettini. That she was on the challenge today. Bettina and Ashley.
I'm calling her Bettini from now on. Bettini.
Oh God, what did I get
There's
myself?
nothing teeny about her except for her height.
Hey, not even her laugh.
Hey.
We're talking about her laugh, people. Get your minds out of the gutter. The Emerald Squad. Josh, Devin, Emmanuel, Casey, Tori, Nani. Now they're lining this up to be the powerhouse best team that doesn't have any weaknesses, but there's a glaring weakness in my opinion, and it's strength.
Yeah.
Obviously, Casey is the strongest girl in the house. So
I think Casey is the strongest one on that team.
Yeah.
Also, really quick, I just have to bash CT one more time. Sorry, Mom. That was really messed up when he told Big T to go to Pink because he didn't want her on the team. And she thought that he was doing it to help her.
I know. But it's a good game move.
I know, but
I love Big T. You know I love
She's
Big
gonna
T.
watch that episode and be like, cool, that's not my fault. It's so messed up.
It is. It was also pretty funny.
And smart. And it's good for his game. Like, I get it.
Just like CT's confessional when she was coming. She was like, whoa, no, Big T.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, we've kind of talked about it, but do you have any other further thoughts on these teams?
No, the only thing is that I realized Pink lost Priscilla.
Yeah.
Looking like they're going to lose Logan.
Yeah.
So it's going to be Emmy, Big T, Corey, and Kyle left. I mean, their Pink is doing rough.
Yeah.
But,
what's your favorite team?
Pink. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, it might be actually Pink because they're just such a mess that it's entertaining.
Yeah.
Corey hates everybody. Kyle doesn't want to be on the team. Emmy's just entertaining, and I love
the best thing for Kyle because he's a confessional king, and this just sets him up for hilarious jokes all season with the Ruby team.
I think his jokes are such cheesy dad jokes, but I like them.
Yeah. Like that when he was like, Ruby for life, Ruby in my heart, Ruby. It's like he understands the edit so well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Whereas Nelson thinks he does.
Yeah, Nelson. My favorite team would be the blue team, Sapphire. Because I'm just thinking, if these people get to a final and win, that would be awesome. Nelson is due for a win. Ashley and Amanda, I'd like to see her get a win. Ashley, I like Ashley. I like how she's a champ. I don't mind her winning again. And then Bettina, you know how I feel about Bettini.
Oh, I know how you feel about Bettina. You text me about her all the time.
That's not true, but I'll go along with it.
Once a day, you're like, yo, Bettini. And I'm like, I know.
Yeah, even though I just made up Bettini today. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got our teams, but the daily challenge is not over. You have to free your team's colored diamond by racing all the way to your station. Use the sledgehammer to break these cinder blocks into small enough pieces to put in this counterweight system. And then free your diamond. First team to do that wins. And Ruby team is a mess. Sapphire team is killing it. But Emerald team has Devin.
Yeah, work smart, not hard.
Yeah.
That
I mean, would be proud,
that's like some shit that Western Bananas would do.
Yeah. I wouldn't even go as far to say bananas. That's thinking very efficiently.
Yeah, that's like I don't even know. My brain would never go there.
Yeah, good for him. He's killing it this season.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind seeing him in a final just because I feel like he earned it this season.
That's also the thing about Green Team. Like them stacked up against other teams in a final, even them stacked up against like maybe a dismantled Pink team of Corey, Kyle, and Emmy would maybe beat them in a final if it was like Devin, Josh, Tori, you know?
Yeah.
So that's scary. But these teams are not certain, as we learn after the elimination, because the person who wins elimination can literally not only join any team, but infiltrate and steal a spot. So I'm assuming if Ashley decided to go to the green team, she could be like, I'm taking Tori's spot. So then Tori would have to go to the blue team.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I assumed.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that. Like the winning team, I feel like should have complete safety.
I agree.
Kind of messed up.
Don't know why all of a sudden that changed, but okay.
Yeah, right.
Also, they changed the voting. They did it opposite.
Yes.
Or like not opposite, but the agency votes instead of the house. Everybody.
There's no more house vote. Yeah.
It used to be everybody but the agency votes, and now.
And then the agency votes in the person to go against the house vote. Now the agency is they vote first, and then the person who they vote gets to choose anybody to go against
for the house
other than the winning team.
Is chilling.
Yeah. Also, they all had clothes ready for this twist. Did they not? Like specific colored clothes that they had. I'm thinking Buna Murray, MTV must have told them to bring these colored clothes with them to the season. So maybe going into this daily challenge, they had an idea that there would be 3 teams. Yeah.
They definitely did. I mean, I think a lot of these shows, whenever there's like some sort of like themed attire going on, they either provide it or they tell them to pack something ahead of time.
Yeah. And them providing that many.
No, they
wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Not much happened at the club. Did you have anything? I mean, it was cool to see all the teams, get together after they form their teams and, talk strategy, whatnot.
Yeah.
And also the winners team meeting from Green was interesting as well. Devin wants to take a shot at the strongest girl on the weakest team, which I disagree with. Why wouldn't you? Because his reasoning was because we want to give them like no chance of winning. They already pretty much have not no chance of winning, but the least chance of winning. So why don't you go after the strongest girl on the second best team? Which
would be Ashley.
Yeah. So that would have been the route I would have taken if.
Maybe he was still trying not to shake up the house.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He's doing well. Like, like he's in a pretty good spot and maybe it just wasn't worth it.
Yeah, their numbers aren't so solidified in the whole house yet to make that type of move, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Tori was like, yeah, I don't want to run against Ashley in a final, but I don't know if taking a shot right now is best.
Yeah. But they got it in the end. I mean, they got
it. It worked out perfectly for them.
Yeah. Well, no, if Ashley went home, it would have.
Oh, yeah, that would have been perfect. In typical Casey fashion, she doesn't speak a word at this deliberation.
Hey, that keeps her safe.
Yeah, she's smart. Then we get to the real deliberation, I guess.
Yeah.
Kyle wears green. I mean, he's gold.
Bro, like I love how he gets so upset that Corey's upset. Like he's like, it's a joke, and like Corey's doing this all like serious speech.
Yeah, Corey's being a little too serious, I think.
It's because he got kids at home.
Yeah, that's true. He ain't playing around. Kyle had a funny comment where he was like, well, the first thing to do when you want to win is to envision winning. So that's why I'm envisioning myself on the winning team.
I love how much CT loves Emmy. Like,
yeah,
he just thinks so highly of her. I love it.
Yeah. Priscilla brings up some great points. Their
Yep.
team is inexperienced. You know, if their team got to a final, they would not likely win with, you know, 2 people on their team never seeing a final. Big T has actually never seen a final, so that's 3 people. Logan, 4. So yeah, I mean, great point. Also, she says that the blue team is more of a threat, which yes, they are to winning dailies. So this could be a huge maybe a huge mistake by Team Green.
No, because she had good points, but at the end of the day, it wasn't worth the risk yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I was just trying to think if Team Green could have done anything to like solidify their chances at winning the next daily challenge, because now their
but
team.
It doesn't matter because you can infiltrate the agency, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. Yeah, Priscilla gets voted in. Did you have anything?
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say.
And then we get to the elimination. Great elimination. Priscilla calls out Ashley. Like I said, I thought she was gonna call out Amanda.
All right. I mean, Priscilla's got big balls, but like, if she called out like Bettina, Big T, Amanda.
Oh, any other girl?
Any other girl. She honestly.
I don't know. She did struggle in this elimination, and so it's hard to say.
Oh, Nani?
Well, she was a winner. She was on the winning team.
Oh yeah. But anyway, yeah, I mean, I guess maybe she wanted to go big or go home, but like, you went home.
Yes. Yeah.
You could have just gone.
You bring up a good point right there, though, Nani. I'm thinking of this twist about the person voted in gets to choose their opposition. It's not good for the weak people in the house, so, or perceived weak.
Yeah, or smaller.
Yeah. So Nani's likely to get called out. Big T's likely to get called out. Bettina's likely to get called out on the female side.
I don't think anybody's gonna call out Emmy. Nobody's gonna call out Ashley again. I don't think.
Maybe. Ashley is like, yes, she's a threat, but she's not like a scary threat like Casey.
Right. No, I was just gonna say nobody's calling Casey out.
Nobody, not even a guy would call her out.
Oh, Casey's scary, yeah. Yeah,
Casey, if she gets the final again, that's like 3 for 3.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
But the elimination's called Seek and Destroy.
Yeah. Underneath the sand are 8 colored tires for each of them. They have to dig out these tires, place them on a pole, and then run over to a memorization station where they, they blink the lights. They flash the colored lights to tell you which order to put the tires on the pole in. Yeah. But the thing I didn't notice until I rewatched it was the flashing lights weren't like 1, 2, 3, 4. It could have been like 6, 2, 3. So it was harder to like memorize it, which I thought was cool.
Okay.
That makes sense?
No.
So like there were 8 lights, right, that would flash. So the bottom light would be the first tire on the pole, but maybe that first light wasn't the first one to go on. So it could have been like light 6 went on first.
So that's the
light
first
1.
tire. So light 6 would be the first tire.
No. Light 1 would still be the first tire, but that doesn't mean it would go on first. It was just random. Like 6 was purple. So, okay, the 6th tire has to be purple. I don't know how to explain this.
I feel like
I'm doing a bad job, aren't I?
I don't want to fight with you on this live, but I feel like you're wrong.
I'm right.
I don't think.
And we're gonna move on.
Okay.
I hate you.
Like that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make sense.
No, I'm gonna draw this out. All right, so let's just say, okay, the lights start flashing, right? Maybe this one goes on first, and then that one, and then that one. And it wasn't in order is what I'm saying. Like it wasn't like boom, 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 boom,
So they had to remember what the bottom color was, they had to, okay. You're smart. Did I ever tell you how smart you are?
I just drew 8 circles. That means I'm smart.
Yeah, you were right.
Yeah, I was right.
I thought you were wrong.
I'm glad we got through that because that would have been frustrating for the rest of the day.
I almost said I never want to do a podcast with you again.
Wow, that would have escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
But we made it through. We're good.
Yeah, I guess.
But how about everybody helping Ashley? What do you think about that?
Oh, I mean, that's cool. I mean, she has a team. So, I mean, that makes sense. And it wasn't like to the point where the crowd helping was like cheating. You know, there's certain eliminations where,
like Wes, when he was giving the answers to the trivia.
Yeah, like that. That's like, okay, that's too much. This was
I forget who he helped, but it was when they had to put the challenge seasons in order.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it was beep.
Yeah. But I don't know. It was cool to watch. I don't think Priscilla had a chance. It looked like she was pretty far behind.
Yeah, even like when they were describing the rules, Priscilla was almost had that look on her face like, oh, this is gonna be hard. Well, Ashley was like, let's do this.
Yep. Ashley's strategy was obviously way better. She was using her whole body instead of just her legs.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Priscilla didn't give up. Like, no. She did good.
And I like how she even said, like, there were moments where I definitely wanted to give up. So the fact that she didn't proves a lot.
TJ says, we'll definitely see you back. I'm like, okay.
Oh, all right. Relax, TJ. Pretty good. Go slide in her DMs or something, TJ? Jeez.
Yeah, definitely gonna see you back.
That was off. But yeah, Ashley, the champ, the veteran, she pulls out a win in, you know, champion fashion. Like there was no doubt, you know, she got it done. She impressed and she looks fit. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
She looks more fit than other seasons, I suppose.
I mean, she just looks like a little more muscular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit more muscular. Yeah. So for winning, Ashley has a decision to make to either stay with her team or infiltrate any other team, even the winning team. She decides to stay with her friend Amanda, which I think is a good decision, I suppose.
Yeah, kind of shaking things up. Just stick with the team's solid. Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
That wraps it up. You want to get into some Spies, Lies, and Allies?
Some Spies, Lies, and Allies. I didn't even give this any thought, so it's going to have to be off the
I
dome.
never give it any thought.
I don't think it should be given thought.
No.
Spies, the biggest spy of the episode. Is it
maybe
Kyle?
Maybe like Emmanuel when he's like secretly protecting Emmy.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, he was like, that'll be good for our team if she has breakdowns. Yeah, Emmanuel. Lies. CT to Big T.
Oh, yeah. No. Poor.
All right, that's the biggest lie of the episode.
And then ally, I mean,
these 3 new teams.
But Emerald is like
solid. They just solidified their alliance that they've had all season.
Yeah. All
right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Here I go with the outro.
No,
don't know what to say, but I've got myself here, so don't know how to get out of this outro. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
That went well.
We did great.